Good afternoon, December the 24th, 2025. Media Marcus, a live stream. It is Christmas Eve. Happy holidays to all. Merry Christmas to all. And yeah, I'm in the building. I'm going to be here tomorrow as well before the NFL games, kind of talk spreads and all of that. See if we can find some winners, prop bets, and everything like that. My Wi-Fi has been bad lately. Last couple of days, last few days, my Wi-Fi has really been struggling. So I'm hoping it has it here together. I did a little trial run. It looked like it was working fine. I'm here, Media Markets, December the 24th, 2025. It is Christmas Eve. Happy holidays to all. So I'm going to be talking some NFL briefly, not too much, because these games are pretty bad. These games are pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we'll try to find some angles for sure there. NFL Christmas Day games. We'll talk some NBA Christmas Day games as well. Talk about that slate. Some things going on. Student loans. Diddy is team founder, New Motion. We'll talk about that. Entertainment as well. As you're here with Media Markets, the latest in news, sports, and entertainment. I am your guy, Media Markets, and we're in the building. Happy holidays. I know some of y'all out there last minute shopping, all of that. I'm good off of it. Whatever. If it hasn't come yet, if it hasn't been bought yet, it's not going to be bought. See you next year. But I'm your guy, Media Marcus, and let's get right into it. I think we're going to start with the NFL. Yo, these NFL games for Christmas Day are so bad. These NFL Christmas Day games are so bad. It's been announced Josh Johnson will start for the Washington Commanders tomorrow versus the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys are favored by 9 points right now at the Commanders in Landover, Maryland. About 10 minutes from where I am right now. And yeah. All right. Third string quarterback going to be starting for Washington. Another third string quarterback in the midday game is going to be starting for Minnesota. Max Brommer will be starting for the Vikings tomorrow versus the Detroit Lions. Lions favored by 7.5. So that's happening as well. I'll lean with the Lions, but I'm not going to bet the Lions. Just no way. I'm not betting any of these spreads. Full transparency. I won't be doing it this week. But yes, and then you got another third string quarterback in Kansas City. I don't even know the guy's name. Kansas City also. Chiefs starting a third string quarterback. So 3 games tomorrow for Christmas Day. 3 games, Christmas Day games for the NFL. Third string quarterbacks will be starting in all 3 of them. You got the Commanders starting a third string quarterback in Josh Johnson. The Vikings starting a third string quarterback in Max Brommer. And you got the Chiefs starting a third string quarterback. I don't know the guy's name. I'm sorry. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. I'll be here to talk tomorrow about 10:30 a.m. Some prop bets, angles, some things that I'm looking at from that perspective. But I certainly won't be betting any of these spreads. It's a tough one for the NFL. I know they set up the schedule thinking that things were going to go right in their favor, but instead, 3 games, 3 third-string quarterbacks, an uphill battle for the NFL, I think, on Netflix, especially when you talk about the NBA. You know, the NBA, I mean, the Christmas Day has been their thing, right? Christmas Day has always been their thing. And I know LeBron a couple years ago came out and said, hey, NFL. You know, I know y'all out, it might have been last year, maybe 2 years ago, but NFL, Christmas Day is our day. NBA, LeBron said, and the NFL is going to be struggling this week. People are still going to tune in, though. Make no doubt about that. However, an uphill battle as far as these third string quarterbacks starting in all 3 games for the NFL. But around the NBA tomorrow, as we're here December the 24th, 2025, Christmas Eve. Appreciate you all for listening and tuning in. Happy holidays to all. I'll be here tomorrow about 10:30 a.m. To kind of review all of these games for today. So I think I'll have somebody's got to be available Christmas Day, right? I think I'll have a friend come on or something. Somebody's available, right? But if not, I'll be here dolo. But yes, tomorrow, Christmas Day, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the New York Knicks. Knicks favored by 6 points. Cleveland hasn't been too good lately. Cleveland has not. I think they started off very strong. This Cavaliers team did, coming off of last season and how great they were. They were the number 1 seed. But lately, they have not been as efficient on offense. This Cleveland Cavaliers team. Knicks favored by 6 points at home at the Madison Square Garden. And we'll see how that goes. So that matchup is happening. San Antonio versus OKC. That's also going to be happening. And they just played 2 nights ago. Oh, last night they played. San Antonio defeated OKC 130 to 110. And they're going to be playing again 2 days later on Christmas Day, this time in Oklahoma City. Spurs versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, while the Thunder are favored by 9 points. So we'll see what happens there. I'm definitely going to be locked into that game. And then you got the Dallas Mavericks facing the Golden State Warriors. These two teams also just played. I think it was Monday these two teams played in Dallas. Klay Thompson made his return to Golden State. So they'll be playing again on Thursday, Christmas Day. Golden State Warriors are favored by 8. And I think the game of the evening, the game of the day, as far as the NBA is concerned on Christmas Day, you got the Houston Rockets at the Los Angeles Lakers. Rockets favored by 3. We know Kevin Durant, Sengun, Reed Shepard, and the guys. They've been playing well all season under head coach Ime Udoka. Now they're facing the Los Angeles Lakers in LA Christmas Day. We know LeBron wants to be home with his family, but instead he'll be playing in this game. And Luka Doncic as well. Austin Reeves, I think he's been back lately. So I'm really looking forward to that matchup. The Houston Rockets, Los Angeles Lakers playing at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Christmas Day. The Houston Rockets are favored by 3. It's going to be a good game, so we'll be tuned in for that as Christmas Day in the NBA. And the late game will be the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Denver Nuggets. And these two also just played. I think that was maybe Sunday. I don't know. These two, maybe they did not just play. So that's all the games in the NBA slate this upcoming this Christmas tomorrow. It is Christmas Eve right now. You're on the Media Marcus live stream. It is 1:28 p.m. Appreciate you guys for listening and tuning in. Let's get to some things outside of sports as we're going to talk what's happening in the news cycle. So one of the things that I saw is the United States government to seize wages of student loans borrowers in default starting to January 2026. Is Black Millionaires reporting that the U.S. government is set to resume wage garnishment for federal student loan borrowers who are in default beginning January 2026, marking a significant shift as pandemic-era projections fully expire. The policy allows the Department of Education to legally seize a portion of borrowers' paychecks to recover unpaid student loan debt. Wage garnishment applies only to borrowers who are officially in default, typically defined as failing to make payments for about 270 days. Under federal law, the government can withhold up to 15% of a borrower's disposable income without needing a court order. Employers are required to comply once they receive the garnishment notice. So, U.S. government will be starting to seize or in wages, garnish wages. They will take a percentage of paychecks to people that are in default for student loans. So we got about 7 days left in the year. If you see this, if you hear this, you know that you haven't paid on your student loans. And sometimes, obviously, there's a lot of things going on. People are struggling. Reach out, set up a payment plan, set up something so you can get going, even if it's $50, whatever you can do, just to kind of keep yourself above and not let them take money out of your actual paycheck. So that is the latest. U.S. government, Department of Education will start garnishing wages in January of 2026 for those who are in student loan default. Got about a week to take care of that. So as soon as you see this, if you are in that position, make the call, figure things out, set up a payment plan every month, this amount, and figure it out instead of them taking money out of your check before you even see it. So that is the latest U.S. Department of Education. We're streaming live, Media Markets. Appreciate you all for listening and tuning in. And now I want to talk about Diddy. This is actually pretty breaking news. Just happened within the hour. Diddy's lawyers, once again, Black Millionaires reporting. Let's shout out to them. Black Millionaires reporting Diddy's lawyers have filed a motion demanding his immediate release and acquittal or request for a new trial. Once again, Black Millionaires reporting. Sean Diddy Combs' legal team has reportedly filed a new motion requesting his immediate release and acquittal or alternatively, a new trial. According to documents circulating online, the filing argues that Combs' constitutional rights were violated during the legal proceedings, citing what his attorneys describe as significant legal and procedural errors. So that's the latest with Diddy. His team has filed a motion demanding his immediate release or a new trial. So we'll see what happens with that. We know, he was sentenced to, I think it was 3 years. 3 years. This past summer or early fall, Diddy was with a year served already, and he was convicted of the prostitution charges, man charges, whatever they want to call that. And his team was like, "Yo, we need a new trial or immediate release." We'll see what happens there. I'm sure we'll find out some things within the next week or so. But that is the latest on Diddy. We'll see if he gets that new trial or his immediate release. I don't know about that one, but we'll see if it happens. And staying in the music, want to give congratulations to Big Sean. Big Sean, this is Billboard Hip Hop reporting. Big Sean, hip hop artist Big Sean, has been named the creative director of global experience for the Detroit Pistons. So that is the latest with Big Sean. Working with the NBA team, he's been named the creative director of global experience for the Detroit Pistons, his hometown Detroit Pistons. Once again, Billboard Hip Hop reporting. Big Sean is leveling up his relationship with the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit native has officially been named the franchise's creative director of global experience, expanding his role beyond the court and deeper into the culture. Congratulations, Big Sean. Big Sean has been around for me for at least like 15 years now. I really felt him hitting the scene around 2010. And, I know that he's made music and put out albums and his relationship with Janae Aiko, but, I definitely think of a song that he was on with Benny the Butcher and just talking about, in the music industry and how people will make M's, millions, and not really want to pay the artists or people that what they're supposed to, and all the games that are played within the music industry. To see him kind of, that was about a few years ago. I remember that song, and to see him kind of elevate and level up and switch, doing some things with the Detroit Pistons, as he's been named the, let's get his title correct here because we are Media Markus, as he's been named the creative director of global experience for the Detroit Pistons. Happy to see that, my guys. All about continuing to level up and kind of shift things. And as time moves on, he's now working with the NBA team, his hometown Detroit Pistons. So congratulations to Big Sean. All right, I got one more thing left, and I'm going to get up out of here. I know it's Christmas Eve. Some of y'all got some last-minute shopping to do. Appreciate you all for listening and tuning in. But this is Stranger Things. Stranger Things continues. Stranger Things. It continues to be very big in the culture. Stranger Things. This is Variety reporting that Stranger Things has been crowned Netflix's most watched series with 1.2 billion views. And that contributes $1.4 billion to the U.S. economy. So Variety reporting Stranger Things has officially surpassed Wednesday and Squid Game to become Netflix's most watched series of all time, creating 1.2 billion views just weeks after the season 5 premiere. So, and we know that it's coming back, I think tomorrow, right? Christmas Day. So this is Stranger Things continues. It has broken records now with the streaming, the most viewed series on Netflix in Netflix's history. Congratulations to everybody involved in Netflix. A very major show, 1.2 billion views, and put a lot of money into the U.S. economy as well. Shout out Stranger Things. I know everybody's like watching that right now. I personally cannot. It's a little over the top for me. But I can see everybody appreciate that and listening and watching that. So shout out to Stranger Things, everybody's that involved. Shout out to you all for watching and tuning in. It is December the 24th, Christmas Eve. Tomorrow is Christmas. I will be here sometime in the morning to kind of talk about the NFL games that are coming up, prop bets, any of that, anything that I see in the news as well, as we'll spend a little Christmas time together, man. I appreciate you all for listening and tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow. Yes, December the 24th, Christmas Eve. Happy holidays. Enjoy some family time. Enjoy some time off work. If you are working, get that money. You know, it is what it is. Keep that job. Appreciate you all for listening and tuning in. I'm Media Marcus. I'll be back tomorrow. Shit.